and that was number 9 on this week's Country Tracks Top 40 Countdown, Patsy Cline ×2 by the April Family. And do you know who is in the April Family?
I sure do. This is a man, Michael Carpenter, who's got more projects than me at Christmas time with the list that you give me of all my handyman stuff. This
that
man
doesn't get done.
He is dead set busier than a one-armed paper hanger with an itchy nose, but he's taken the time out of his busy schedule to catch up with us today, and Michael joins us. Michael, congratulations on 2 songs in the top 15 this week.
Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks so much for having me again today. It's really nice to be getting the support of community radio out there across the country and trying to build something for the April Family and for the Carpenter Castle project. So it is a very exciting time at the moment. I'm going through a pretty active kind of period at the moment. I'm really enjoying it. The project with Alan Castle has been a real surprise for us. We didn't really expect to do a project, and it just took on a life of its own. And we're both independent artists, so we don't have to wait for record labels or anything like that. We can just do it as we do it. And unfortunately, the Australian kind of country music community has gotten behind what we're doing. So yeah, it's a very enjoyable time at the moment to start to see people reacting to the stuff we're doing.
Well, we feel it's a very busy time for you because you wear many, many different hats. You've got groups, you've got duos, your singles, do your video recording, you do producing. Is there ever the time out? What does Michael Carpenter do to get away and take time out?
You know what, it's always a funny question because people assume that I'm a workaholic, but I'm not. I just really, and this is a real honest answer, and people are always skeptical when I say this. I'm in the position where I can do a whole bunch of different things, and I'm really, really lucky. I got myself into that position. I'm a 50-year-old guy who's been doing this for a long, long time, and I love what I do. So I don't really feel the need to escape from it. My wife has to go at me when we go on holidays because I take music books to read. It's what I'm into and what I like. So, you know, what I do late at night when everybody's in bed is I go and research. I go and research the next thing I need to learn about, and or I go and study some things, or I go and listen to music and get inspired for the next day's work or whatever. So I don't really ever feel the need to run away from it. I really enjoy all the aspects of it, and I feel incredibly blessed to be able to do so many different.
One time previously when we caught up talking about the April Family, the conversation about Michael Carpenter and his multi-talented instruments came up. Is there an instrument that's on the bucket list for Michael Carpenter?
That's another great question. You know what, it's a case of the instruments that I want to play, I tend to play a bit. Some I play better than others. It was a big thing last year to get to be in the house band at the big concert in the park at the Tamworth Festival with people like Duncan Toombs and Sam Hawksley and Glenn Wilson and Ian Leeds. I played keyboards for that. Now, I'm the king of the 2-finger Hammond organ, but I'm not really a keyboard player. But I had to practice up and I had to learn. I went and took some lessons. So for me, I'd love to be a good keyboard player. Like, I'm okay at the moment. I can get through. And I can get through in most situations, but I'd actually like to be a really good player. So I'm going to have to really spend a lot of time doing it. But, you know, I don't have any desperate hankering to play fiddle or anything like that. I leave that to the people who actually know what they're doing with that. I think that playing drums and bass and guitars and a bit of keyboards and singing and writing and producing and all that other stuff is probably enough.
My trick is just play everything in C major, mate, and then you'll be okay.
It's funny, one of the things that I say to people all the time that I think I'm putting myself down is I'm actually exceedingly adequate on the things that I need to do. So I'm not the world's best at any of them, but I know how to get the job done, and I think that's the difference.
Well, as we mentioned before, we just played Patsy Cline ×2, which is the April Family, which is the group that you're involved with. We're looking at Life Like It's a Train Wreck at the moment by Carpenter and Caswell. Can you see more writings coming from the both of you in the near future, or is it something you might put on the back burner now and then reinvent that again in another 12 months? Or what's the thing?
We have a plan. Me and Alan, we talk all the time. The record's about 85% done. All the songs are written and all of his bits are done. I've just got to do a bit of keyboards and a bit of guitar on a couple of songs, and we've got a duet we're doing with Don't Let the Cat Out of the Bag about that just yet. But the idea is for the record to be out in about August, and we're putting things in place for us to do a bunch of shows around the country in October, November, and then kind of do a bunch of things around Tamworth. So it's an ongoing project. It's a real thing now. The Cuban Hills, my other project, is kind of on the back burner now, and it's all about the April Family in the first half of the year and Carpenter Castle in the second half of the year, and then all this together in January at the festival.
Well, Michael, it's been great to catch up with you. If everyone wants to find out more about what you're up to, there's all the usual places, all the suspects you can go to, social media and, of course, all the websites. And just drop your line if you're not already a friend of any of these projects. Get on board and say good day to them and find out when they're going to be near you. Mate, congratulations again. 2 songs sitting in there that you're personally a part of there in the top 15. And we're going to go out with this week's number 14. It's Carpenter, Caswell and Life Like It's a Train Wreck.
Thanks, guys.
I always live my life